Hello everyone and welcome to another AtMaths tutorial video. Now I'll be discussing Form 5 Additional Mathematics Chapter 6 Permutation and Combination Part 1. Okay, in this Part 1 I'm going to discuss two set of questions involving permutation guys. But before that, I'm going to discuss to you what other topics that we're going to cover in the permutation and combinations over here. Okay, as you look over here, I've write in the short form PNC. Okay, this PNC is not private and confidential guys. Okay, this is the short form for permutation and combination. So this topic itself, we're going to cover three subtopics, which is multiplication principles, permutations and combination. So as you can see here, multiplication principle is going to be applicable within permutation and combination over here. Okay, let me further explain. So what is means by multiplication principle? So it's a product of possible event for two or more events simultaneously. Okay, to be explained to you in a simple way. Okay, let's say you are traveling from point A to point B. You are meeting two different roads, and then from point B to point C, you are meeting three different roads. Okay, to travel from point A to point C, you need to travel how many type of roads? So 2 times with 3, you have 6 possible ways from you to travel from point A to point C. Because from point A to point B you have 2 and point B to point C we have 3. Okay, that is the basic concept guys for multiplication principles. Okay, move on to the permutation. Okay, for the definition of permutation and combination, I've tried to go through some of the reference. I feel that the reference, they are too complex for you to understand, so I write in my own set of terms. So a permutation is just basically a set of mixing where your order of arrangement takes into consideration, which is your arrangement in this case R takes into consideration, where you need to put in the orders guys. So your arrangement take matters. So what are the example? Okay, Scrabble. I'm sure you are quite familiar with your Scrabble. So how you play your Scrabble, you take some of the random pieces of words, and then you form some words within that particular combination. I mean, let's say you have 7 tiles, and from the 7 tiles you're forming 3 words, and then the 3 words once you form and then you put on the deck. So that are the basic concept of Scrabbles. And then letters and numbers, letters such as A, B, C, and then numbers such as 1, 2, 3. So you can use it to form different types of permutations over here. Okay, whereas for combination, it's a set of mixing where your order of arrangement does not take into consideration. Okay, the difference over permutation and combination is just the arrangement guys. Okay, for permutation, your arrangement must be considered, but for combination, you don't need to consider your arrangement. So what are the examples you can use is the objects. Objects are the best combination. So sweets, marbles, etc. guys. Okay, let's say in a case where you have 5 red marbles and 5 green marbles. So you're required to do 2 from the red marbles and 2 from the green marbles. So the arrangement doesn't matter. You can choose any of the 2 marbles from within the 5 marbles. So it doesn't care whether your arrangement or not. Okay, whether your arrangement is different or not, because your green, everything will be green, red, everything will be red. Not like your green 1, green 2, green 3 and so on. So that is the difference between your permutation and your combination guys. So I'm teaching you this because that you need to know how to read the question, and the first thing you should know is you must see whether the question asking for permutation or combination. Okay, enough with the explanation. So let us proceed to the example 1. Okay, please hold on for a moment. Okay, we're gonna start with the easy question over here. So in the example 1, calculate the number of different arrangements that can be formed if all the letters from the word bread can be arranged. Okay, the first thing when you read this question, you must ask yourself, is this a permutation or a combination? Okay, if you said permutation, congratulations guys, your answer is actually correct. Okay, how you got arrangement? So, I mean a permutation. So look at the word arrangements over here guys. Whenever you see a word arrangement, number of different arrangement or orders or ways, I mean number of different arrangement. So whenever you see the word arrangement over here, that means you should register in your mind that you're going to use a permutation method to solve this question. So how are you going to do that? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. So the solution. So bread is actually a 5 letters, guys. So B-R-E-A-D. So it's a 5-letter word. So since there is no restriction or conditions apply, so these 5 letters, how are we going to permutate it? So we're going to use this formula, guys. So 5 factorial is an exclamation mark over here, which will be called as factorial. So 5 factorial is also equals to 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. So you times everything, you should get 120 different arrangement within the word bread itself, guys. So this this means that you have 120 ways for you to arrange the word bread. Okay. So I hope you get the idea of the permutation over here. Okay, this is an easy question. Okay, now I'm going to show it to you a bit complicated question, and I'm going to show it to you step by step on how to solve the example 2. So please hold on, guys. Okay, so this is the example 2, permutation and combination. Okay, 4 letters from the word powerful are to be arranged with the condition that the first letter must be a vowel. Okay, the question asks to calculate the number of different arrangement. So I hope you'll attempt this question in the future, guys. If you could manage to solve this question, well done. But if you can't solve this question, no worries. I'm going to show you the step-by-step working and the solutions now. Okay. So let us start to look for the solution. Okay, for the first step, what you're going to do is we're going to form 4 empty spaces over here. Since we're going to form 4 letters within the word powerful over here, so we're going to draw a 4 space over here. You want to draw a box or you want to draw a space, it's up to you, guys. So I draw a space over here, step 1. Okay, for the next step is you need to identify the number of vowels in the word powerful itself. Okay, so but before that you need to know how many letters are powerful over here. So P-O-W-E-R-F-U-L. So you have 8 letters of the word powerful over here. So within the 8 letters you need to identify the number of vowels in the powerful itself. So what is a vowels, guys? So A, E, I, O, U. So these are the letters of vowels. So you need to identify the vowels. So in the word powerful itself, you have O, letter E, and then letter U. So you have 3 vowels. So this is your second step. So move on to the third step. So we're going to calculate 3 separate cases for the first letter O, and then first letter E and first letter U. Okay, why is it so? The question already imposed us a condition where that the first letter must be a vowel. That means in this space over here, your first box over here or first space, your first letter must be a vowel. The rest 3 can be any of the words over here, but then your first space over here must be a vowel. Okay, how to calculate that? Okay, I'm going to show you now. Okay, the first case, we're going to start with the first letter O. Since you have 3, so yeah, we're going to have 3 possible cases over here. So first letter O. Okay, you place it the letter O over here, and the 3 letters you can put in any words. So the possibility of the letter O here is only 1. Since you only have letter O over here, so you have 1 possibilities. And then once you have placed here 1, so you minus with the 8 from the word powerful itself. So you remaining with 7. But then you need to put 3 letters over here. So from the word 7, from the 7 words within the word powerful, so you permutate 3 letters. So the 3 letters can be anything, guys. You can be W, can be R, can be F, can be any letters over here. So you 7, you permutate with 3. So to calculate the case 1, so 1 times with 7, you permutate with 3. So from here you get your answer is 210. Okay, for the upcoming case 2 and case 3 will be slightly similar over here. So I'm going to explain to you. Okay, for the case 2 is the same. First letter E. So E you place here, within the word powerful, you already have your first letter over here. So once you place your letter here, so from the 8, you left only 7 letters. But then from the 7 letters, you're only choosing 3. And so you times them together. So 1 times with 7, permutate with 3. So you get 210. Okay, I'm going to show you the remaining working in the next page. So please hold on, guys. Okay, move on to the last case, which is the first letter U. So you place the U over here. So you have 1 letter and you minus 8. You minus 1 from the 8 letters. You left only 7, but then you need to permutate only 3 letters over here. So you times them together. So you get 210. Okay, you get all the arrangement values from the 3 different cases. So the final working, what you should do, so you sum up all the case 1, case 2 and case 3. Okay, you sum them up, 210 plus 210 plus 210. So from here you should get your answer 630. Alright guys, so I hope you get the step-by-step working. So let me turn back the question, turn back the notes for your reference. So please hold on. Alright, that is all for my step-by-step working and solution for this question, together with the notes of chapter 6, permutation and combination. Any question or feedback, feel free to put in the comment section. And before that, please tell me in the comment section, guys, your feedback. How do you find out this question? The 2 questions, is it easy or difficult, and could you manage to solve this question? If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more upcoming mathematics tutorial videos in the future. Alright guys, thank you everyone for your support, and I will see you in the next video.